I wanted to say a few words about why the term not a cornfield. But I think that the only way to describe why this project is called not a cornfield is for you to look all around yourself at the reality that we're here tonight on a piece of land that has been extremely complex for a long time. But underneath this soil lies an archaeology which proves that LA has a history. And we're sitting on the historic center and now the geographic center of LA. So the term not a cornfield has to do with a way of getting people to see what a lot of people don't know.
This site has never been a cornfield. Many different crops grew here. Those different crops are a metaphor for the many different people who came here. The major Native American village of the Gabrielinos or Tangbas was here when the Spanish arrived in 1781. The Spanish arrived with the pobladores. They included Native Americans, African Americans, Latinos. The Chinese began to arrive in 1850 in Old Chinatown. Later, the Japanese arrived, populated Little Tokyo. The French, the Italians all entered this site. This is the Ellis Island of Los Angeles. And no one person should be allowed to monopolize the history of the park, the history of the people, or the history or the way that those stories are told.
Quería preguntar si está presente Lauren Bond. I wanted to ask if Lauren Bond was still here, because I saw her walking off, porque la vi saliendo. Quiero hablar con ella porque esta es la oportunidad a obligarla a escuchar al pueblo. I want to speak with her because this is the opportunity to oblige her to listen to the people. Nosotros oponemos ese proyecto. We oppose this project porque le ha faltado la democracia, because it has lacked democracy. Esta comunidad luchó por este parque. Luchó por años por este parque, participó en la formación de este parque, y ahora este parque nos ha estado robado. This community fought for this park for years. We participated in the formation of this park, and now it is being stolen from under our nose.
I'm asking that you have respect for what's going on here, because if everybody gives a little bit, just a little bit, this park will happen.
I want to take this opportunity to ask Lauren Bond, woman to woman, person to person. I've had the opportunity to sit and talk to her, and she too is a good person with a good heart. If she'll sit and meet with us, without handlers, just her and us, because I think that we can come to an agreement, because we all want the same. She has children like we have children, and we want a better and healthier LA.
This is not Chavez Ravine, where the land has been stolen from us forever and left people with nothing. What we're doing here is we're loaning this property to Lauren Bond like a guest for a temporary time. I say that we need to move forward and start coming to the table to decide what's going to come after, and where we have to come together is what comes next. I think we have to plant the seeds of balance. I think we have to plant the seeds of respect, and I think we have to plant the seeds of inclusion as an example to our children, and I think we have to move forward. I say adelante, and I also say that public art is always controversial. It's great. The more controversy, the better. It happened in the days of Diego Rivera. It happened in the days of Siqueiro. They whitewashed his mural over at Rivera Street. And for us to go forward with any public project where there isn't controversy, then it's not really a public project. Thank you all.
They did it to us at Chavez Ravine, the powers that be, and we're not going to let anybody else come over that hill and take us away either. This project is temporary. It's going to go away. But for that little while, we're going to have something green that moves in the wind, that smells good. Yeah, it's not city money. It's not state park money. It's going to be given to us. It's a given. You know, we've gotten hit so many times that we are just naturally suspicious of anyone coming into our neighborhood and saying, we're going to do this for you. There must be a catch to it. Well, we're still watching, but I have met the people that are doing this project. I trust them, and if anything happens at the end, I will be the first one to come forth and say I was wrong. This is good for the community. It's going to go away.
Something very interesting happened tonight. I was invited down here by some colleagues. I didn't know what I was going to find. I didn't know that this was a field so divided. No sabía que estábamos divididos esta misma noche, digamos, que estaban los que protestaban allá y el círculo acá. Yo entré a esta realidad limpia de prejuicio de alguna manera. When I came here, I didn't know that we were divided. There was a circle celebrating, you know, a ritual to life, to the corn, and there were people protesting over here. I thought they were planning for the ceremony that was coming after that. All of a sudden, in a sense, I ended up on the wrong side because my colleagues were on this side, and I didn't know it. Yo acabé del lado equivocado de alguna manera porque no encontraba yo a mi gente, ¿verdad? Ahora, lo que es la lección tan importante es que cuando no se colabora, cuando no se respetan las partes, cuando no se involucra todos los jugadores para contar la historia, se pierde una gran verdad. Y eso, así es, eso lo hemos sufrido todos nosotros, todos los mexicanos, todos los latinos, toda la gente oprimida, ha sufrido mucho en tratar de recuperar su historia y contarla como pasó. So tonight, what was going on was that I was only getting one side of the story, and I can see down the line, I saw photographers, you know, taking pictures, and it will probably say Yareli Arizmendi with Lauren, you know, planting corn in the field, and I'm like, oh no, but I was with Antonio and Irma on the other side. What are you talking about? So the crime of not working together and looking at each other in the eye and respecting one another and writing history together, that is what needs to be prevented here. And I think that you can, because both sides are sitting down pretty close. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree or don't, one is over here, the other's over there, but the field unites us. So I want to thank you. Gracias por haberme invitado a esta gran lección de vida que me llevo yo en mi corazón y pues a trabajarle y que no nos roben la historia una vez más. Muchas gracias.